I wasn't sure about doing this project, and I especially wasn't sure about making this video. I think most of my viewers are here for the hovercraft ground effect stuff. This is not that. If I've ended up in anybody's recommended feeds based on just the title of this, well, everything else on my channel isn't to this either. Anyway, as long-term viewers of my channel know, I have done a few builds based off of games before, like the Neo Dragon for example, which I still think is the best looking thing I've built. I somewhat recently did Jet Dragon from, let's just call it legally distinct Pokemon game. Well, it's Palworld, and there's plenty of videos on here explaining various things. Go and argue about it on Reddit, that's a very good use of your time, I'm sure. This is Splatterina, and my first thought was, I can fix her, definitely. My second thought was, I could probably get this put together by Halloween, it can't be that complicated. Yes, I somewhat underestimated the complexity of the build. It was prototyped for Halloween, but it wasn't really working correctly. Having put a lot of time and effort and money into a project, to have it fail at the last hurdle, well, it happens, and one response is to just throw up your hands and say, well, we're done here. Another response is to immediately start thinking, how do I fix it? Maybe you're all desperate to see the part where I'm wearing a dress and just about breaking my neck putting this thing on. So here it is. There is obviously a lot still to do, and a fair bit of this is placeholders almost. It's a rough cut on the dress, the top of the head looks terrible, I know, but I've focused a lot on getting I'm calling it hair. I mean, it's not actually clear what it is. A lot of things based on games or whatever, at least it's obvious material, it's feathers or scales or fur. My general route with projects is get it working first, make it look good later, and one of my mistakes with the first attempt at this was I did it the other way around. I was very focused on, oh, it's going to look great, I'll get all the fabric made and get it looking good. But when I actually assembled it, the mechanics of it just didn't work. In particular, the hair, I'm going to have to just keep calling it hair. It wouldn't attach properly, it wouldn't arc out properly. After a lot of revision and single-handedly propping up the British economy by constantly buying fabric, I now have it looking pretty good. The fabric tension is terrible, I know it's all crumpled, that's going to be fixed. But at the very least, it's attaching, it's roughly correct. I'll be doing a proper pass on the body dress, making it properly conical rather than just hanging like this. Get the eyes done properly. Another revision of calling it a blade, I guess. Again, it's not quite clear what this is actually supposed to be in-game. There's a fan theory that it's actually originally part of her body and it's almost a broken off kind of implement. Anyway, I think it looks decent from a distance, perhaps not great up close, but that's not too hard to revise. I'll be doing some follow-up videos with more developments as it gets better, and a look at how I've done the hair in particular was quite challenging.